Now, Frank, we do have some breaking news. Thank you for that, Frank. Breaking news, speaking of New York City, speaking of Madison Square Garden, speaking of the Mecca, speaking of the world's most famous arena, speaking of the home of the 2023 NBA champion New York Knickerbockers. I'm being told right now, multiple sources telling me that the highly anticipated, much discussed grudge match between one Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler is close to being finalized for that return card at MSG in November. I do believe it's November 12th, if memory serves me correct. And so it is close and likely for that card, slated for that card. Not quite a done deal just yet. Oh, look at GC with the lower third right there. Not quite a done deal just yet, but it would be UFC 281. And you will recall just a few weeks ago, I said, this is the card, have Izzy at the top with Pereira. I know they're talking about that. Still TBD whether that would be the main event. Glover versus Yuri would make a lot of sense as well. Have Patty on there, have Molly on there, and then you give everyone what they want. The fight that's been discussed dating back to when Chandler signed with the UFC. Chandler versus Poirier, we saw in July earlier last month, International Fight Week. They're in the arena. There's a bit of an exchange of words. Gilbert Burns got it on his phone, and we all needed to see what would happen with Nathan Diaz. And once that other shoe dropped, so to speak, and once we knew that Diaz was not going to resign and they were going to give him Khamzat Chimaev, that left Poirier open. And once we found out that Conor McGregor isn't coming back this year, at the earliest 2023, I mean, that fight just made all the sense in the world. Remember, they were in Abu Dhabi when Dustin beat Conor in the rematch, the second fight. There was a lot of tension there. Dustin didn't like how Chandler was kind of being used to put pressure on the whole situation, also being used as the backup without fighting in the UFC, coming over from Bellator. And you'll recall both of them talking about each other on this very show. There's a rivalry there, and this is a heated grudge match. I can't wait for this. I mean, this was the fight to make. And so again, Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, close, likely, not finalized. Let's not get crazy, but it's all moving in that direction. And I think that's very exciting. I think that, that's the fight to make.